Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we are going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Miguel kicked Robby off the balcony during the events of Cobra Kai Season 5? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 5 would still happen. Johnny, Robby, and Miguel would come back from Mexico, and Miguel and Robby would still be enemies. Daniel would still give Johnny the idea to have Robby and Miguel fight it out, so Johnny would want Robby and Miguel to fight, and to take out all the aggression they had towards each other, so Miguel and Robby would still fight, and Miguel and Robby would still score some hits on each other. Miguel and Robby's fight would make it to the stairway, and eventually the balcony. Johnny would watch from below. He would want Miguel and Robby to stop fighting, but Robby and Miguel would ignore Johnny. Miguel would start to be blinded by rage. He would remember the school fight and all the pain Robby caused them. Miguel would show no mercy, and he would kick Robby off the balcony. Johnny would make it up the stairs just as Robby fell. Miguel and Johnny would be shocked. Johnny would turn to face Miguel, and he would say, "Miguel, what did you do?" So Miguel and Johnny would rush to Robby's side. They would pick him up and put him in Johnny's van and quickly drive him to the hospital. The doctors would ask what happened, and Johnny would say that Robby fell off the balcony. He wouldn't want to say what actually happened to get Miguel in trouble with the law. Robby would be in a coma. Johnny and Miguel would wait in the waiting room, and Johnny would call Shannon. He would explain everything that happened. She would be furious at Johnny, and she would make her way back to visit Robby. Johnny would also call Daniel, and he would tell him what happened. So Daniel would rush to the hospital. He would be mad at Johnny. He would ask what he was thinking. Daniel would say that he was only joking about having them fight, and since Daniel went to the hospital, he wouldn't confront Terry Silver in this timeline, so Terry Silver and Daniel wouldn't fight. And over the next few days, Daniel and Johnny would wait to see if Robby woke up. Miguel would tell Carmen everything that happened, and she would try to comfort Miguel. Robby would eventually wake up. Everyone would be happy to see Robby. Johnny would try apologizing to Robby for having him and Miguel fight. Johnny would tell Robby that Miguel regrets what he did. Robby would forgive Johnny, but he wouldn't forgive Miguel. Johnny would ask Robby to keep what Miguel did a secret. He wouldn't want Miguel to go to juvie, and he would only agree for Johnny's sake. Amanda, Sam, and Anthony would make it back from Ohio, and they would visit Robby. Tori and some of the other Cobra Kais would also visit Robby. Both Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do would put on fundraisers to help raise money for Robby's surgery. Tori would suspect that Miguel had something to do with Robby's injury, so she would go confront Miguel. Miguel would be surprised to see Tori, and Tori would make Miguel admit to injuring Robby. And at first, Tori would be angry at Miguel, but she would understand where Miguel was coming from. Tori would tell Miguel that when Robby injured him, Robby ran away, but he could make the difference, and he could go set things right by going to apologize and helping Robby recover. So Miguel would go visit Robby in the hospital. Robby would be angry at Miguel, but Miguel would say that he was there to apologize. Robby would try ignoring Miguel. He would say that he understands all the anger that he has towards him. Miguel would say that he felt the same way last year, so Miguel would turn to leave, but Robby would stop him. Robby would say that he finally understands all the pain he put him through, and much like it was Miguel's worst time of his life, it was also his. And Robby would apologize to Miguel for kicking him off the balcony. Miguel would apologize again, and Miguel and Robby would finally be on good terms, and they would start to be friends. Johnny would be happy to see Miguel and Robby resolve their issues. Johnny, Miguel, and Daniel would help Robby recover. Johnny and Miguel would help Robby in a similar way they helped Miguel, and they would take him to go see a concert at the same club. The bouncer would recognize Miguel and Johnny, and he would be surprised to see Miguel walking and healthy. Johnny would say it was a miracle, and they would walk past the bouncer. The bouncer would be left confused. Daniel would also help Robby in different ways. Cobra Kai would continue to grow, and they would train for the Saikai Taikai, but Miyagi-Fang would focus on helping Robby recover, and eventually Robby would walk again, and everyone would be happy for Robby. And that is where I'm gonna end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Miguel kicked Robby off the balcony during the events of Cobra Kai Season 5? Let me know in the comments below. All members have access to emojis that can be used in comments and live streams. This isn't mandatory. This is only something extra. If you want to support the channel even more, YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys next time.